setting up and starting, so here's hoping. Here is hoping. That's weird. All messages, aka chat. Okay, I see live chat on. Okay. Now realizing that some people will see this afterwards, I guess it's true. I don't really want to. I just got off the phone, to be quite honest. I don't really want to hop back on it, although nobody's here yet. But I do have a quick call that I want to make, but I'm unsure. So we'll just play it by ear. I am again pacing myself with this because sometimes it's good to do that. Sometimes it's good to take your time expressing and watching. And that could be taken a couple different ways, right? If need be said, that could be taken as take the time. Or watch a little here, watch a little there, watch a little everywhere. Just kidding. hmm. Hmm. And hope and pray that if somebody tunes in and looks like they want to be here and puts a like, that it's not going to conk out on us. Part of me thinks that it's more likely to happen while I'm holding it. Part of me thinks otherwise. I don't really. When this works, it works, and there's more than one way I can do it. And I kind of got this behaving. So welcome. Welcome. It was just in my head, but of course, I was going to say, who else's head would I... Well, you know, that's what kind of, yeah, sorry. Maybe that was a funny little thing to say as somebody tuned in. It's like, oh, you're going to try and get in my head now. I just came here to watch. This looked interesting. Yeah, I like your vibe, but if you're going to try and read my mind, I don't know. I just, it's curious to me, human behavior and things like that, and, yeah. Um, that's the only thing about doing these on this machine. Really? That's interesting. I don't know the difference between a poll and a Q&A. Is it like a POLL or a Q&A? Q&A. um, the setup is a little bit different than the device I'm used to using. Um, Messenger's not accurate in saying that there's no connection because here I am rolling. I actually meant to see what that notification was. Oh, right, that's what it was. Right. 5 rights, right? Or was that 4? Now it's 5. Now it's 6. Anyway, just kidding. Um, 'cause, 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 ' I come up with the titles so quickly, and then I get kind of move beyond them a little bit, and so I can't remember. I know it's only been 5 minutes, and this may sound a certain way, but I can't remember what the title is now. But the chat is on, so you can remind me and help get me back on track, because, yeah, like I say, my mind just kind of went from making the title to talking for a few moments, and or thinking, talking and thinking, and but I like to try and... Hi, Love Lava. Yes, I am. I remember you, by the way. I do apologize. I know last time that you were watching, my device was being wonky. It's what I have available at the moment, as far as what podcasts. So I'm trying it, and so far, I mean, it's only been 6 minutes, but so far, so good. I'm curious, by the way, how you... And the viewer... That's weird. Although that might not be accurate, because I notice that it's done that sometimes. But I'll wait to be sure. I'm curious, how did you discover me? Were you searching something particular, or... There you are again. And you're like, ooh, good. Out of curiosity, are you a follower of Maxi? I noticed actually that he's live streaming. I don't know what time of day it is there. I'm going to guess not. Okay, I don't know which one you're saying. I don't know two yet. But yes, music is one of my... It's a universal language. Oh, you are. What do you play? It's one of my strong suits. And so I want to be doing it. I've just been trying to figure out how I want to navigate through my day. I said something very powerful on the phone to someone, where I said, there's a few things I want to do, and I know I'll get them done through the week, and it's nothing that's urgent. There are a couple things that are only, or one happened and one still to happen, that are only at a specific time, and then we'll get back to the music. And I said, but I know that it's hard to wait, and if I don't have to, and I can take steps, maybe that's what I need to be doing at this current point in my life, because I can control it. Wow. So tell me, what do you play? What kind of music do you play? And that's great. That's great. And it could be, some people doing it more than once, but that's still a good number. And this is the thing, though. I mean, and maybe we're all different. And I mean, hey, I'm not going to say I don't like good numbers. But, at the same time, every little bit helps. Every little bit counts. So... So, I'm in Canada. Where are you watching from? And I think you were saying you don't know how you discovered me, or you don't know to something else that I kind of remember asking. But yeah, what do you play? You play guitar, bass, drums, and vocals. Cool. The other person in the house hasn't quite found out yet, as we get a second viewer, that the guitar is... I had to change a string, and in the process of changing that string, I found out I had to change another string, which I haven't done yet, and I maybe should change them all, but it's not my favorite thing to do. I do just randomly pop up, funnily enough. Funnily, is that a word? I don't know. Let me put it through the funnel and see. I don't know. But yeah, I wouldn't mind playing bass. I know that they have heavier strings. It's funny, one of my recent viewers... I thought he was sitting in the middle of his video with two other people, and I thought he was playing a bass, but it was not a bass. It was just everything was along the top, and I wasn't counting carefully. But the other guy was playing an acoustic bass. Drums I've done as a kid, and vocals I do. So what kind of music do you play? I know I was talking about a Disney song, Someone to Lava, but I don't know it very well. And at the moment... I don't have one of the devices available that I would like to... I do have this tablet, but pop music. Okay, and are you lucky enough to be in a band? I have been. I'd like to be again. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe you can say some of the... Well, I'll check out your YouTube perhaps, if you have your videos posted here. But maybe there's some stuff that you play that I could do within this. You've been in many. What a blessing, eh? I mean, it's and you probably would like Maxie if you haven't seen him before, but it's a lovely thing, but it can be stressful too, right? So that's why I'm a very diverse person, but that's why we've connected, or one of the reasons is being both musical. having that in common. So yeah, feel free to name some of the songs that you do, and I'll look them up on your channel. I'll do them in this, and it'll be fun. I might have to make, well, I mean, I should make a phone call in a little while anyway, but it's just, and that would come up if not in that, then tonight. Yeah, life is, I know I put that in the title, life and music. Life is full of decisions that are sometimes a bit hard to make, right? But we got a second person watching. Welcome. So far, the device is behaving. I just bought in a special custom shop this morning. ESP. Been a while since I've thought about electrics. You mean special edition? Esquire? No. I'm sorry. It's been... Oh yeah. We have a lot of art here. So where are you watching from, out of curiosity? And I like to try and make it, but I'm more into... Yeah, that didn't really clarify it, but thanks for trying. Okay. Um, do you have any favorite artists? And I would love to do a song. I actually just came off the phone just before starting this, and I was the one doing most of the talking because it's something available to me, and I just was with that particular call. Not the only talking, but most of it. So I just need to have some water, and life will be good. And I believe you've only seen 2 of my videos because you watched the other one a little bit the other day. But maybe you've seen more than that. Maybe you said, I'd like to see one where the connection doesn't go wonky, so I'm going to browse. I don't know. Classical, okay. Interesting. How am I still feeling effects from those oils? Anyway, sorry. Interesting. The other person in the house especially does classical, and did some last night on here, actually. I have feelings about metal. Certain feelings about it that you probably have heard people say before. I think it's all a little dark. That's one thing, you know. But you're right, Bob. I mean, it's good to be diverse. It is. And that's a real range. I've got a real range. I would like to sing in a few moments, so... Okay. Okay. I mean, I certainly don't want to be, dissing anyone, but like I said, metal is not my favorite really anyway, to be quite honest. For various reasons. Hard rock? Did that light just come in? Or did you put the, and it's been flashing it? Who's the flasher at the top? Introduce yourself below. Sorry. But, welcome. So you... Okay. It's like they say, I forget the exact phrasing or what the opposite is, but they say light worker. I'm getting it wrong, but there's 2 different types. I know that much. Okay, so I would need to top up my water, and I do feel like I need to be upstairs for a few moments again. And I'm not exactly under the weather, but somewhat under the weather. But I definitely could do some hard rock. We got 3 people here now. Everybody's on about Discord. I've heard it before. Heard of it. I don't use it. I don't know much about it. Right now we're kind of dealing with some device stuff, and I feel like there's lots already to keep up with. But part of me's curious. I know it's a word too, I believe, but I don't know. I was actually wondering if you could, if one is able to put a photo in the comment. If not, I'll just check out your videos. I mean, I can see it that way too. Um, Collection. That's the thing. I have two, and I feel happy and lucky to have two, and I feel most people should own a guitar and try and learn it. That's the thing. So I would say um, start teaching if you don't already, or I don't know, rent them out, or I don't know. But I know that they become our almost like a family member, right? Or like our babies, right? But you're just one person with two hands, right? You're like, no, I've got 8 tentacles. No, just kidding. Sorry. Sorry. Part of that mystical stuff. Anywho, um, come with me to the kitchen as I adjust my water and add some cold to this room temperature water. You're probably sensing, yeah, I bet he is a pretty good singer, but I'm still waiting to hear him. So, like I say, song request. Put some song request. Max is doing it live right now, and so am I. Sorry about the lighting there as I stand up. I know this might sound a little bit funny, but there was another question I also kind of wanted to ask once I got rolling and had somebody here as we get a second people. I need to get back to writing. Hope you have a good day. What do you like songwriting? What are you working on? But you have to hear me sing first. So there's a little taste. They're like, whoa, what was that? It's called singing, you know that. And I should be working on some creative writing as well. And the indicator is either wrong or you left at that musical moment. In which case, what's up with that? I mean, I know you said you were going to, but... But we got a 1, and that is fun. I don't know if it's love back. Actually, it's 3. I look away for a second, and suddenly it's 17. No, just kidding. The edge of... I don't know much about that song, but I don't know if it's one I want to sing. Well, I'm happy that you're all here. I'm curious who we got watching, and if I'm familiar with you or not yet. And then it drops to 0, but I've also noticed that is not always accurate lately. Maybe. I really should watch my energy level though, because I should have given myself a few extra moments to come back when it dropped there, but it came back pretty quickly, so I can't complain too much about that. And I'm feeling this, and one thing I did tell myself is this device has not been holding its charge very well either. That's another thing it's doing or not doing, and so it will have to be plugged in soon. So I'm thinking when it has to be plugged in, I'll do something else. So yeah, that's what I will do. I don't know why it seems like it's rotating even though I don't have rotating on. And I don't know where my other hat is, but I'm kind of wanting it. So just a moment here. Oh, it's saying something about orientation is locked for rotating. But otherwise, it's not. It's here and it's clear. Just a moment, please. And the things that we do for our viewers, such as roll when there's distractions, or yeah, I don't know. It's hard to put into words, but we do it because we appreciate the viewers, the comments, the love, and the viewer left. Don't appreciate that so much. Um, well, if nothing else, I did do that little bit of singing in this one. And you can certainly check out my other videos. I will admit some of them are a lot more talking than singing, but I try and find the balance. And one thing I've been wanting to try and do is at least incorporate a little music in all of the videos that I do. So, it's kind of a new idea I've gotten, but it happens in a way. Sorry. It happens. Trying to find the best non-tripod tripod. It happens in a way kind of naturally. I know, you didn't come here to see me digging through stuff on the couch, which actually, I did move some stuff off of it recently. It just, I moved it to, some of it to a different cushion, or I don't know. Didn't take long. Didn't take long. I think she left in such a haste that I didn't even get to say have a good day back. Tiss. Just kidding. I don't know what I'm asking. I know what I should tell. I'd like to take this moment of silence to remember those who have went before us. No, just kidding. Not to make light of that. Absolutely not. But it just felt like what I was doing. This is an interesting view I've got going on here. Who knew it would look so neat? And it's not that much different than the usual one. Or than the, yeah, often usual one. Hot dog looks like he'd like some attention. That's what we're watching. And, but I'm happy that this is mostly working. Considering how this old device that probably should be replaced, but then I've realized that even if it's uploaded afterwards, that can be good in ways too. Considering how this device is behaving right now, I can't, you know, I'd be a little silly to wrap up, even though there's nobody here right now. And there was on the scene to the head earlier, but whatever. Unfortunately, it's a weekday, so there's only me and the dog at home. And, even still, the other person may have been distracted doing other things, and I'd have to pull them from that, which, you know, may or may not be appreciated. But, likely would be. The other day it happened, and it was pretty nice. That's something else I'm going to be trying to do, is mention other videos on this channel, because you know what? I put the effort into them, and sometimes they do better than others. And if people are looking at the statistics afterwards and not thinking, oh, where's the live chat, they wouldn't know. You'd think, oh, has he just kept this running with not much happening? And, I mean, you know, for 2 hours? You know, sometimes it's like, occasionally. I mean, sometimes, yeah, for sure. But so what? But at the same time, no, it's nice when it's reaching, you know, the right people, and they're enjoying it, and they're getting the impact from what we're putting out there, and they're letting us know. That's what content creators live for. in the content creating world, right? So, tune in at a moment of hydration. But yeah, so I was just about to mention one of the other videos that I did recently, but sometimes my brain lapses pretty quickly, and the person already left. They're like, "Oh yeah, I wanted to check out one of your other videos," or "Oh yeah, I have to go buy beverages," or who knows. But I think it makes sense to do this until I have to plug in the device. Then I don't have to, that's a good time frame, and then I don't have to worry about holding in the device and trying to do this, and the cord's not very long. Oh, the thing is what if this picks up? I'll hate to wrap it up. I'll hate to wrap it up while the going's good. You know what I mean? Uh, Definitely, for some reasons, though, not a preference to do it on this device, but it's what we got right now. So, and it's you know still okay when it's good. But and this is the thing, sure, you know, I like to be very organic and you know, go with the I like to be organic and uh, and just kind of let these unfold in the lovely ways in which they unfold. I thought it was already at the 20 something mark. Anywho, but at the same time, I do feel like I will have to step away soon. And on this device, I don't know how to add comments myself. I can see other people's, but I don't know how to put them in myself. I really don't. So therefore, I won't. I've looked, but every device is different, right? So well, there's been some content in the first part of this, so I could slow down for a bit because it doesn't look like there's anybody here. So then I'm saving my energy for when there is. But and now there is. But yeah, and once I know that we're engaging well, I mean, yeah, sure. If I have to step away briefly and other people who've never seen the content before come in, I understand that maybe it doesn't look great, and you can't do much about it while you're live, and you can't always get around to editing, and it's sometimes a little finicky. And on this device, I don't even see the options really. Like I say, thanks for the like, as we get now two people here. But when we get two people here and they're enjoying it, when we get at least one or two or more enjoying it, then but the like got removed, and was that intentional? And if so, I'm curious why. Give me some feedback. I may or may not agree with you, but give me some feedback, please. Um, Although I may be asking the person that left, because one of you is still here and there was two a moment ago. I'm glad you're still here. I would like to do a song to wrap this up if you have a suggestion. Aside from my question, if it applies to you, the previous one. Um, and then I will probably have some other things to do. I'll try and podcast later too, later today, because I enjoy it. I get ideas fairly often. Um, it's, yeah, those two reasons are reason enough. And we get a like, thank you. But, and I'm assuming chat should work just fine because someone else was in it a little earlier. Um, yeah, but it's going to be a matter of, if I've got to ask, is this touch football? Or, I mean, you know, every now and then I feel the need to say it, so I'll say it again. And that being said, I don't know. Maybe it's just like maybe you have a method, and maybe thumbs this up if it's the case. Mind, it doesn't indicate who you are until you put it in the comments. But are you just like, oh, I like that, and then you take it off till the next time you like something? Ooh, I like that. That's the way. I like it. I don't know. Is that what you're doing? If it's head games, not appreciated, and this is not the channel for that. And honestly, most people wouldn't appreciate it, including yourself, probably, if you were a content creator. But, yeah, just wondering. I wish I had a song idea. Kind of want to do a song idea, too. And you didn't thumb that up, so that makes me think that, I don't know. I don't know what it makes me think. You tell me. But I really am. If it's not obvious, and I think it is because you're here, and you've been here for a while, I'm a pretty likable person, I think. Pretty laid back, pretty enjoyable to talk with. To toot my own bugle for a few moments here. And I'm sure you are too, so let's find out together. Yeah, the other thing that you'll learn about this channel is every now and then I have an idea of what I want to talk about, but a lot of the times I'm winging it. We got 2 of you here now. Welcome. Therefore, it's always it's always interesting to see what comes up. Like, I wouldn't mind being reminded quickly about what the title is of this video, because I've kind of sort of forgotten. I mean, I know I liked it. I thought, oh, there's a title. And I don't know if I've touched on it very much, and I probably should before I wrap up. Even on the other device, it doesn't show until afterwards or right at the start. Unless I've copied it, which I didn't. So, other than that, I would love to do a song for you, but you both left. I know, maybe that sounds a certain way. Well, he made the title and doesn't know what you gave it. Like, it's only been half an hour, come on. But, sometimes the brain is just like that, right? I don't know, though. It kind of, when weird things like that happen, it's like where it seems like the person kind of likes me, kind of likes what I'm doing, kind of does it. It's like, make up your damn mind. Just kidding. You know what I mean? But kind of, And I don't know. But I do got to plug this in. I really don't think I want to do this while holding it to the short cord. So I'm going to plug this in and wrap this up. And like I say, every little bit makes a difference. So we got a little bit in the live chat. Hopefully we'll have a few comments and likes to follow. I know I was going to plug one of my videos, but it's just another example. Not that it wasn't great, not that it wasn't memorable, not that it didn't make sense to almost come up. But just because it doesn't mean you can't check it out. And I look forward to hearing from you. I have not allowed myself to really have some rest since my phone call very much. And I'm slightly surprised, slightly not. I know I've been wanting to do a podcast most of the day, and other distractions or things got in the way of doing it. So here's at least one for the day. At most, I would do 3. Sometimes 2. I'll always try and do 1 for you. Thanks again. Take care.